Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Adam, and today we're going to be taking a bit of a dive into Alibaba, and I'm going to be saying why I will be buying shares of this company ASAP when the market opens, I believe like on Monday since it's going to be closed for Christmas tomorrow, okay? And this stock dived by 13%, right? And to move a stock down 13% on such a large cap company, look at this. This company has 600 billion market cap now, right? It took off roughly $100 billion in market cap off of Alibaba just on trading today. Okay, and we can see it's a nice round number here, 222, $222 for Alibaba. And if you don't know what Alibaba is, it's an e-commerce giant in China, and think of it as the Amazon of China. Okay, and you might be asking, even look at the past month, like this stock is down by 20%. And you might be asking, well, what is the reason for this? Well, one subsidiary of Alibaba, Ant Group, the Chinese Communist Party actually blocked them to go public. And also, this dramatic move, which I think is overselling at this point, and this tends to happen in the stock market, there's a bunch of overselling involved. As a result of the Chinese Communist Party actually investigating an antitrust probe into Alibaba. Okay, and I mean, okay, sure, having an antitrust regulation is concerning, which we're going to go over right here. But I think that this move in the market is way too over dramatic. Okay, and when we're looking at antitrust probes, they're very, very common in tech giants. Okay, so even American companies, you're looking at Facebook, you're looking at Google, even Apple, for example, all of those have antitrust lawsuits lined up against them. Okay, so this is nothing new, right? And okay, so this is by The Motley Fool by Jeremy Bowman. Okay, and why did Alibaba lose 100 billion in market value? Well, again, just like I said, it would open up an antitrust investigation into the tech giant. The news comes just weeks after Beijing blocked the IPO of Ant Group, Alibaba's fintech subsidiary, a further sign that the ruling Chinese Communist Party is seeking to thwart Alibaba founder Jack Ma's power. Okay, Alibaba's stock closed down 13.4%, wiping off approximately 100 billion from its market cap. All right. Um, so again, it's investing Alibaba for monopolistic behavior, citing practices like preventing its vendors from selling on other platforms. And Jack Ma has been which is a CEO, under a regulatory spotlight since October when he made several remarks that drew the ire from Communist Party. Okay, and I mean one thing that you don't want to do is go against the Communist Party. Okay, because they're very strong, and whatever you say, they're going to try to limit your power if you're acting against them. Okay, but on the other hand, if you have a company like Alibaba, okay, its market cap is $600 billion, right? And I would say that's the only company that is sort of can rival something like an Amazon, right? And is very powerful. And if you were to completely shut down Alibaba, which I don't think the Communist Party is going to do, that takes away huge growth potential from the Chinese government, right? And revenues and sources of jobs, right? So the Communist Party isn't going to shut it down. It just probably wants to show their power. It wants to show they do have control over Alibaba. But again, at the end of the day, the Chinese government wants to grow, right? It wants to grow, and I think that Alibaba is an incredibly big company that's helping China do just that, right? So aside from a few maybe slap of the wrists, paying a fine or so, I don't think that these antitrust regulations are actually going to break down Alibaba. All right, and I mean, again, just look at Facebook, look at Google. They've faced mountains of antitrust regulation lawsuits in the past, and nothing necessarily has been happening to them. Who knows how they're going to battle this round of antitrust lawsuits? But again, um, you know, to me, it's highly unlikely that there's going to be a big breakdown in Alibaba, right? So again, according to me, it's an amazing buying opportunity, and we're going to go over some numbers, which again even presents this in a better case. Okay. Um, so the Communist Party, which holds a degree of power unlike any institution in the Western world, disliked Ma's assertion of power and his criticism of the government, and appears to be responding by squeezing Ma's enterprises. And again, of course, you don't go against the Communist Chinese government. All right. And it's unclear how the investigation will play out, and China's government should be wary of overstepping boundaries, as that could scare off Western investors and harm China's own hegemonistic ambitions. Right, and that's very true, just like I said. Um, and the Communist Party degree of control and unpredictable behavior is one reason why Chinese stocks tend to trade at a discount to their American counterparts, right? So again, it's not like there's no risk involved, but I'm just saying that it presents a very attractive valuation, and I do believe it is oversold. Okay, and so right now Alibaba has a price to earnings ratio of just 24. Okay, significantly less than the S&P 500 right now. Okay, and even though it's a rival of any American tech giant, so this company is trading at a PE ratio of 24. Yet they're expected to grow over 31% next year, right? These are analyst expectations. They're expected to grow 31%, and they're trading at a price to earnings ratio of 24. To me, that's just ridiculous. So we're valuing this as double-digit tech company growth, yet they only trade at a price to earnings ratio of 24. Okay, uh, this year they're expected to grow at 47%. You know, this past quarter they grew at 62%. It's just ridiculous. Okay, um, they always in the past couple quarters they've had an earnings surprise of 15%, 50%, 7% and 27%, which is just ridiculous for the past quarters. Okay, so this company is a growth beast, no question about it. Okay, if we're looking at their revenue, we see consistently over the past 5 years they went from 158 billion in revenue to over half a trillion in revenue to 509 billion in revenue and 149 billion in earnings. Okay, so this company is no joke. All right, it definitely rivals the likes of Tesla. All right, and if we're looking at their forward PE, now it might even be lower, but a forward PE of 20 for a growth company, that's just ridiculous. All right, and this trailing PE is a bit skewed, because it's like $600 billion, not 713 million. So again, this trailing PE is like 24. The forward PE might be even less at like 15 or whatever or so. So we're getting a significant discount in the stock, and we're looking at some technicals. We can see here, of course, this is a drastic move. We're looking at the 1 month chart. And again, we're looking at the MACD, which is sitting at -6 right here, this number right here, which is a huge move downwards. And sorry, I believe it's like actually -9 here. And we're looking at the relative strength index, which indicates overbought or oversold. We're looking at a 23 RSI, which means that this stock is definitely in oversold territory. So, I mean, the short-term indicators that this is a bearish trend. Okay, however, you don't know when the stock is going to bounce back, just because it's so big and just because, according to me, it represents such a steep discount. Okay, so I mean, we'll have to see how this regulatory allegation they shape out. But in the long run, I don't think that Alibaba is going to go anywhere, right? I think it's definitely, it's not too big to fail. However, it wouldn't be good for China and their government and the Communist Party to shut them down completely, right? Because you do need some innovation. You do need companies like this who pretty much change the landscape and are able to compete with tech giants in America. Okay, so I'll be looking to add or to even open a position on Alibaba when the market opens. I believe on Monday, as I believe this. You don't see a 13% move in like a $700 billion stock for it not to just bounce back up again, in a few months. Okay, when people, even investors, forget that the investigation is already going on. But yeah, anyways, that's it for me. Let me know what you think. Again, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I appreciate all the support, and take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one.